A particle B of mass 2 kg is moving on a smooth slope and is being acted on by a force of 4 Newton that acts parallel to the slope as shown. The slope is inclined at an angle alpha to the horizontal, where tan alpha is 3/4. Work out the acceleration of the particle. Now when you take a look at this diagram, I've just drafted some red line here to guide us. We have 2 more forces that were not indicated in our diagram. So these 2 forces we have just indicated here are the weight of this particle, and we know we have a mass of 2 kg. So just bring here and place our 2, and we have acceleration due to gravity. Attach it to be the weight for this particle. So this force is the normal reaction. For now, it will have no effect in our calculation. So now the next thing we have to do here is to indicate this angle is also exactly the same like what has been given here. Now this force is acting in the upper direction, meaning if we are resolving, it will be the same as subtracting this away from there. Before we start our resolution, we first need to understand a few things. One is looking at this force, that is the weight of the particle, and the force given for us here. So this weight seems to be bigger than the force given here. Therefore, if we attempt to resolve following up as positive, then we're gonna get a negative answer. And I want to leave that as an assignment for you to also try it out to see whether your answer will be exactly the same magnitude but with opposite sign. So since I've just recognized that our 2g is greater than the 4 Newton responsible for the body moving upwards, then I'm going to take my direction down here, that this is the positive acceleration. So at this point, we can go on and start with our resolution of the forces. So starting from here, we'll take our 2g and then we multiply by the sine of this angle. But one thing also we need to note here, that sine is nowhere, and we also don't have this angle as a real number. So what we need to do, we can use Pythagoras theorem to get expression for sine and also to get an expression for cosine in case you need to use cosine. So if I've drafted some triangle here, that is right angle triangle, alpha is the angle given here, and for tan of a given angle, alpha, which is 3/4, we know that this number up is an opposite, and our opposite here is 3, and 4 is adjacent here. So obviously we're gonna get 5. If you are well versed with this right angle triangle Pythagoras theorem. In case you don't know how this 5 comes about, then you can simply say, let this side here be any letter, say x. Then using Pythagoras theorem, you take this and say 3 square plus 4 square equals x square. So this is 9 plus 16 equals x square. Summing together, we have 25 equals x square. So taking root on both sides, we will have 5 equals x. We have just simply considered the positive root because we're dealing with length, and that is why we have our 5 here. Now taking this, we can now plot our sine of this angle alpha as opposite over hypotenuse. So our opposite is 3 and hypotenuse is 5. In case you want to use cos, then you will have cos of alpha is given by adjacent, that is 4, over hypotenuse, that is also 5. Now having known this, then we can go on and be able to resolve, since when we use this angle alpha at this point, then we're going to use sine. So let's go on and start our resolution. Remember, we have taken down the plane to be positive, and our assignment is we're going to take up the plane to be positive. And here I guarantee you'll get a negative answer. Don't forget to share with us in the comment section for us to see whether your answer rhymes with what we have just mentioned here. So down this plane here we'll have 2g times sine of this angle alpha, and we subtract away our 4, and this must give us the mass, that is 2 times acceleration, and that is what we are looking for. So we can start simplifying this, but of course we need to make substitution for sine alpha, that is 3 over 5. So we're going to have here 2g, and we multiply this by our 3 over 5. Then we're going to subtract away 4, and we get 2a. So let's go ahead and simplify this. I don't want to work with this denominator, so we can multiply throughout by 5. Then when you multiply by 5, of course this term, the 5 will disappear, and just simply have here 2 times 3, that is 6, and we have our g. Then 5 times 4, we get minus 20. Then this is equals to 10a. So our main interest is to get a. We're going to divide both sides by 10. So let me swap this, and we have our 10a equals 6, and we can even replace the value for g as 9.8. Some students make mistake here by bringing in g as 10. Unless you are told to do so by the question saying use the value of g as 10, don't use g as 10 in mechanics, because you're gonna get a wrong answer. So since the question is not specifying the value of g, then we're gonna use g as 9.8. So at this point we can now go ahead and divide both sides of this equation by 10. So if we have 10 here, the 10 will have to disappear from the left hand side. So let's have our value for a as, at this point we can use a calculator and enter everything to get our answer. This is my cal. Let me position it well in order for us to see what is going on. We need to do this calculation using this fraction. So we're going to have 6 times 9.8, and we subtract away 20. Then we're going to divide this by 10. What answer have we gotten? So I've gotten 97 over 25. We can see this in a decimal form, and we're going to have 3.88. So let's just write our answer here as 3.88. If you wish, you can write in one decimal place, and if you're rounding, please use approximation sign that you have created error by the rounding, and you have 3.9, and that is meters per second to 2 significant figures, and that becomes our answer. If you have watched up to this point, thank you. Please subscribe for more videos. In our next video, we're going to talk about another question of the same kind, but in that question we shall talk about rough surfaces. So see you in that video.